Okay, so I'm still in the landscape mode. So the first thing I'm going to do, I actually want to add a different landscape. I just wanted to show you how that worked. But to go back, what we can do is to get out of landscape mode, so we go to select. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this landscape and just add another one that isn't distorted. So I'm just going to click on landscape and hit delete. And that's totally fine. And then let's go in and just go back to landscape mode and just add a regular one. And I'm going to hit create here. All right. And then I'm going to go back to the select mode and I have this selected. So what we want to do is we actually want to start adding some assets. So we're going to add some Quixel assets to get our scene looking the way that we want to. So the first thing that we're going to do is if I go to the content browser, you can right click in the content browser and you should see add Quixel content. So if I come here, I'll click, and what it does is it has Quixel Bridge, and this is what we did in class. Now if you're getting a pop-up and it's telling you to add a plugin, what you would do is you would go to edit and you would say plugins, and I think it's asking for the web browser plugin, and you would go in and add that widget or whichever one that it's telling you to add. All right, and then it should pop up. So let me right click again and go back to Quixel content. All right, and what this is this just has plenty of assets. Look, modular buildings, it has all these cool buildings, it has plants, surfaces, materials, mountains, all these great things that can help you build a really cool set very, very fast. And look, our metahumans are found here. We can download those in the scenes and do all that good stuff. But let's go to home. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to search Utah. And I'm going to hit enter. Oops. I saw it. It was the canyons of Utah. There it is. Alright. And what I'm going to do is you can select these. Now, you may have to sign in. I'm already signed in, so just go ahead and sign in with your Epic Games account. And I'm going to pick a couple of assets here. So maybe this huge canyon sandstone. Pick which ones you want. And I'm going to click the download button. It's going to download this. And then just hit the blue button to export it to your scene, to put it in your scene. And it's good there. I'll just do it that way. So just go through and pick a couple of these. So maybe this one. I'll download it and add the blue button, and it should go to my scene. Now I also need some type of rocky ground, so I do need a land asset, and we're going to add this to our landscape. And you can tell the 3D models versus the landscapes. The landscapes sort of have these, they're in a sphere, and maybe this one. So I'm just adding a couple. Add whichever ones you want. It really doesn't matter how you do this. It's just how you place your scene. And then the other thing that I'm going to do is possibly add some yellow rabbit bush brush. Alright, so, and we'll need this to actually add foliage, which is like grass and things like that. So, and trees. And I'll put it in my project. So it should be added. Let's take a look and see. So if I go back and I go to Megascans, so there's my plants. Alright, if I go there, I got plants in here. Go back to Megascans, and I have my 3D assets, and I have 3 of those here. Now, so you don't have to go through all of this if you don't want to, one of the easiest ways is you can put on a filter here. If I click this, I can go to, you can go and click on like static mesh. There it is, static mesh. And it'll show you the static meshes of these, which is a really cool thing. And then you could turn it off if you need to. But the first thing that I want to do, yeah, and I'm going to leave this off because I want to add something to my landscape here. I need to add a material. So if I click on the landscape, you can see that I have this landscape material here. And you could come in and search it. So I could come in and find my any material that I want to add, however you want to do it. Or you could come in and I go to Mega Scans, 3D assets, and it seems like it didn't add um, my ground content. So I need to go back. Let's see, massive sandstone. So let's go back to bridge here. So just add one more thing here. So go back to content. Let's see where. So it's hard just trying to find out where it put all this stuff. So let's go back to Quixel. Let me see if it added my rocky ground material here. Yeah, so I need to download it. Let me download that and then add it to my scene here. And I should see it somewhere. So now if I come back, Mega Scans, there it is, surfaces. So sometimes it doesn't do it. I thought I clicked on it, maybe I didn't. But there it is. So I have my surface material, and that's the one that I'm going to select. So now if I come down and I start looking here, because I have it selected here, make sure you have it selected, I could go and hit that drop down I don't know why it went away. There it is. All right. So now I can go in and hit that, and it should add that material here. Now, it does not look the best at all. And you can see that as I'm looking at it, it's repeating and it's doing a lot of crazy stuff. Now, another way you could do it is I could have simply just clicked and drug it straight to my landscape here, but when you have a lot of assets, sometimes that may be the easiest way. So there it is, and this was just closed, so it's found in landscape. So if it's hiding, just go ahead and click that drop down there. Now it's repeating a lot. All right, maybe this isn't the best material for the ground anyway, but we can make this better. So let's double click inside the material here. And what we can do is we can go to the tiling here. So I'm going to click this right here. And you should see your material. There it is. It's right in there. And I'm actually going to change this from 0.1. I'm going to do like 0.02. And we'll 0.02. And let's see if that looks a little bit better. A little rocky. So let's do like 0.04. 0.04. Now this can vary based off of your actual. Yeah, that looks a lot better here. That looks a lot better. So just make sure that once you have it to the way that you want, or if the material doesn't look the best, sometimes it's flighty. Some materials look really good, and then other ones you may be like, doesn't really fit my scene. That's totally cool. Just go ahead and hit save. And there it is. And now this is looking a lot better. And now I have a material actually on my landscape. So what I'll do is I'll stop the video here, and we added our Quixel content and to our scene, and now all we need to do is just start placing it within our scene.